Hey, welcome back to Enigmatica 2, where in the last video we set up this whole ME system autocrafting stuff. I'm not sure what to call it. Infrastructure, that's the word. As you can see, since last time I've upgraded it a bit. I now have 6 crafting storages instead of the 2, and I've added a few more interfaces to the molecular assembler setup so I can store more stuff. I've now got 13 rows of storage. Also, I've added a lot more recipes and connected, I think, only the compactor as machines, so that now I can craft most of the things I need to expand the ME system again. One of them being the cables, which I've stretched around so that more things have channels and it's a bit easier to manage. It's a bit hard to show because I've hidden them in the walls. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. This video we need to move on and continue down the tech tree. But I've been looking through this for quite a long time between videos, and it's really hard to figure out where to go next. Because it feels like the more I look into it, the more every mod requires each other, and it becomes a very cyclical mess. And I honestly don't know where to get started. So I've just picked out one useful thing in there, and I'm going to work towards that. Because all of these mods require a lot of high-tier resources that are either really annoying to automate, like mana steel, or they would require me going much deeper into some of these magic mods, like star metal, and I have no idea which one to get started with. So, an alternative that I've thought of is I can get the industrial foregoing laser drill, because this can mine pretty much every material that seems really annoying to get. Like star metal, or ender amethyst, that's another high tier resource. It's really annoying to get otherwise. And it can also do the normal ores as well, so if there's anything in particular I want, I can do that too. So I think this is the next goal, because this will make it a lot easier to get some of the more questionable materials. And also, I haven't looked too far, but this is the only method I've found that can get dimensional shards, aside from a really high-tier void miner, or going to other planets, which needs advanced rocketry, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff there. This seems like the simplest approach to be able to get a lot more of the things that I'm going to need in the future, without having to complete like 6 new mods. So then, what exactly am I going to need for this? The laser drill, I think I need 1 of them, and I need 4 laser bases. So the laser drill, rubber, refined glowstone. Refined glowstone would be a little bit annoying with an osmium compressor, but I do actually need that. I was getting confused with, what is it, destabilized glowstone? Energized glowstone. It's destabilized redstone. So I am going to need an osmium compressor, but that's not terrible. Machine frame, that's no biggie. Reinforced glass, similar. Diamond gears, that's nothing. A laser focus matrix? Oh, that seems very easy. It's expensive, but that's not bad. Okay, so there's quite a lot to get into here, but it's not out of the question. I think I'll start with machine frames, because I'm going to need a bunch of those. And there's no easy way around this, I just have to do this whole process again. Just need to make some more heavy engineering blocks, some iron casings, some device frames, some machine cases, and then lastly I need to get some machine frames, but this is the most expensive of them all and I haven't made any more in a while. I've got spare gold gears, I don't remember why. Do I have spare pink slime? Nope. So I'm gonna have to set up the mob slaughter factory again, and I need quite a lot of pink slime out of this. There we go, 2 buckets worth. That took a while. I've basically killed every passive mob for about basically this entire little island thing that I'm on. But anyway, I've got the 2 buckets. I don't trust that I'm going to get lucky enough to get enough pink slime out of that. So I wonder if there's any way that I can try and duplicate this. I don't think I can duplicate the liquid itself. But isn't there normally something I can use to make the slime bigger? Or is that obsolete? I guess I'm just going to have to place it down and hope for the best. I've got luck 3. I think that's the best I can do, really. I got 3. I knew I wouldn't get lucky enough. I'm having to travel quite far to find mobs now. But there we go. There's exactly one more bucket. Surely this is enough. And it gave me 3. Wait, that gave me 5. I didn't realize I could get that lucky. Right then, what else do I need for this? Heat vents. I'm going to need 4 of them. Should have enough iron bars. I'm going to need some more iron plates. Then I just need, what, 4 motors? Then with some dry rubber and some range add-ons, I can finally make the 4 machine frames. And that's the last thing that I need to make these machine frames. Okay. That took a lot longer than it needed to. Moving on to what is probably going to be much easier, everything else for this. So both of them need diamond gears. That is super easy. I should have spare rubber, reinforced glass, just need 2 more advanced alloy. That's not so bad. And there's that. I guess the next easiest thing I can see would be the dense gold plates. It's for the laser base, so I'm going to need 8. I'm making 4 laser bases. 2 plates each, yeah. So that's 8 blocks of gold in the compactor. Then, yeah, I can try refined glowstone next, because that's a shared thing. But that's going to need glowstone ingots, which is going to need an osmium compressor. And this, I'm basically just missing a lot of enriched alloy. So I'm just going to make more than I need. And then that's it for the osmium compressor. I'll just set that up here. And then how much glowstone am I going to need? I'm going to need 5 blocks worth, so that's 45. I've only got 20. I'll just grab some more real quick. I really should set up something a bit more automated for this, but it's not so bad. And I mean, the laser can get it for me, so... not everywhere though. That's fine. So I'll just get those ingots. I'm really going to need to put some upgrades in this. I'll just steal the ones from the enrichment chamber for now. But yeah, I need a lot more of these. There we go, there's some more speed upgrades. And there's some energy upgrades to get the enrichment chamber back to normal. So the glowstone's done, and I can make the 5 blocks that I need. Right, then, yeah. The last thing left for the laser drill is this laser focus matrix. Redstone block is nothing, reactor glass. Just need to craft this once. So reactor frame. I need steel casings and an atomic alloy. I already have 3 steel casings, but it's not too hard to get another one. Yeah, it's basically just osmium and steel. Then the atomic alloy, I need some reinforced alloy, and refined obsidian? So just obsidian dust and diamond. The obsidian is very easy. Then I can refine a load of the obsidian, and use it to turn some reinforced alloy into atomic alloy. Then that makes the reactor frames for the reactor glass, for the laser focus matrix. And that's the last thing to make the laser drill itself. Now the only thing left to make the laser base is osmiridium. So that needs osmiridium, which is osmium and iridium. Osmium's nothing, but the iridium is going to be tricky, because iridium ore doesn't generate in the overworld. It only generates on planets, which would mean that I have to do advanced rocketry. With the laser, I can get it in the end. I'm not actually sure how you get to the end in this pack, but I'm pretty sure the end is easier than going to Europa or something. Iridium is only found by a tier 5 void miner or higher. How about iridium ore? I can find it in chests? Craft it with ingots? Yeah, but that's kind of a cyclical thing again. It's just taking me back to ores. Iridium shards, again chests. But it seems to be somewhat easier chests. I mean, I do have a little bit of iridium, so I have found some before, but I'm gonna need a lot. To get the 4 laser bases, that's 4 osmiridium blocks, so 36 osmiridium ingots. I only need half of that because of the alloying. That's still 18 iridium ore. Huh. Is it worth just exploring to find it? It's really annoying otherwise. It seems to be in reasonable quantities in a stronghold, but I think the best one is the blacksmith chest. This feels really dumb, but I honestly can't think of a better solution, because otherwise I've got to complete a lot of advanced rocketry. I think this is probably my best bet, because villages aren't terribly hard to find, All the ones nearby I have raided though. But I seem to remember some things around here. Ah, there's a desert temple. I'm pretty sure I've not touched this. Anything? One iridium shard. Otherwise, not much of note. I've taken the things that I know to be valuable, left the rest of it behind. Well, right next to that one, there's another desert temple here. Does this have anything good? Nope, doesn't seem like it. I can also check this village. But I don't think this one has a blacksmith. So I think I'm just going to have to move on. Whoa. Oh! This is a Crimson Colt. This is a Thorncraft thing. Hang on. They can give me some good stuff. Like the Crimson Colt equipment. And it looks really cool. I don't know whether I prefer the Crimson Colt helmet or the Thorium Fortress helmet look. I definitely like the rest of it. I can do the Crimson Colt just to finish the look. Ooh, and it's given me Crimson Rights? That's normally hella expensive. Well, I'm not doing Thorncraft right now, but I'm hanging on to that, because that's very good. Anyway, moving on. I think for now I'm going to stay in the desert, because this seems to hold more iridium stuff. I don't know if this pyramid is going to have anything. I don't even know how the structure is supposed to work, but it has chests. They don't have much good stuff in them. There isn't really any more desert left here. It just becomes this wasteland biome. I guess I'm just going to be looking for more villages then. Oh, actually, if I make a nature's compass, then I could just go between deserts. That could work. It's pretty cheap to make too. So it's worth giving it a try. There's 3 different kinds of desert here. I'll just go default. And yeah, it's pointing to the one that I just explored. So I'm just going to fly directly opposite that and see how long it takes for it to find another desert. Except over 2,000 blocks away, it's still pointing to the same desert. What if I try different kinds of deserts? Same one, different one. It's really far away though. I think we might be here. And it seems to be a reasonably large desert with a village. Well, there's no blacksmith, so there's not really much worth looting here. The desert doesn't seem to be that big though, so there's not even one desert temple here. And if this is the rate that I'm going to be going, I don't see myself getting iridium for about a week. So I need a better method than this. Oh, but actually, how close am I to just getting a single laser base? Because I do want 4, because I'm pretty sure that's the maximum speed. But with just the 1, I can make the drill go. Or it's not a drill, it's a laser. And then I could use it to get iridium? If I can make my way to the end, that is. All I need is the 1 osmiridium block. So then I just need 4.5 ingots worth of molten iridium. And I can melt down the shards. So I'm only about 1 iridium ore away. And I can probably find a bunch in dungeons. Or even nether fortresses. Or strongholds. And I do need to find a stronghold anyway. I think I've got a plan. Okay, back home now. So then, how am I going to get to the end? Because obviously I can make some Eyes of Ender and travel to the stronghold. But is there any easier way to do it? I don't think so. Probably just have to go to a stronghold. Okay then. That means then I'm just going to need to get a bunch more Ender Pearls. I've already got 4. I think the normal number is 16. I've got plenty of blaze rods. Ooh, I have an alternative idea actually. There doesn't seem to be a cleric in this village. That's fine, I found plenty of different villages. Ah, here's a cleric. He hasn't unlocked the trade though. 1 second. I'm not terribly familiar with the pre-1.14 villages, but if I trade with them enough, they should be happier. And eventually, it unlocks the Enderpearl trade. And that's 7 more pearls. So I can just continuously do that for as many pearls as I need. 22 pearls seems pretty good. I think that's going to be my method of choice for getting pearls for a bit, because that is much faster than roaming the desert at night. Right, there's 16 Eyes of Ender. Let's see where this takes me. This way. Oh, I'm already going backwards. Kinda. Oh yeah. It's going to be in the middle of the ocean. And of course, the only trees on this island can't make wood. So I guess no boat for me. Can I use an ender pearl while I'm on the hang glider? Oh, it's probably a bad idea because I'm not going to be able to catch them again. There we go, now I'm going down. Okay, now I just dig my way down until I find a stronghold, which is right here. Oh, and I'm straight into a library. So I'm going to want to explore this as much as I can for iridium shards. I've got to figure out how many of them I needed. At home I've got 2 ore, 11 shards. With these 4 it takes me to 15, 3 ore, and another 6 shards. So I need another 12 shards, or 1 ore and 3 shards. And if this stronghold's big enough, maybe I can find that. I'm hearing noises from other spots around here, but I don't know where the rest of the stronghold is. There. It's really annoying when they put part of it just behind a wall. Ooh, that's a bunch more iridium. That's most of what I need, actually. I forgot to do the maths, including the 4 that I've already got. I need 16 total shards. So I only need to find 5 more? That seems feasible. Ooh, there's 3 more iridium. Am I getting really lucky, or do stronghold chests just have a lot of it in them? Is that a 15% chance per shard? Or is that a 15% chance to get this roll at all? I don't really know how to read these, but either way I'm finding a lot of iridium here. But I seem to have found another dead end. Everywhere. Oh, no. I don't think I've ever had a stronghold that generates completely. I always have to break through walls. Well, I found the portal. And what a terrible roll. And I have exactly enough Eyes of Ender for this. I'll hold off on putting that last one in, because I've still got a stronghold to explore. There has to be a zombie spawner somewhere that's creating all of these zombies. Yeah, here it is. Wait, no, this is a skeleton spawner. What's making all the zombies then? Hey, there we go. 1 entire iridium ore. That's definitely enough. I don't know why I feel compelled to keep exploring here. It just keeps going down. I've gone deep enough to find diamonds. Jeez, this stronghold just keeps going. I'm not finding much of note anymore. It's just endless corridors and a spider dungeon. Every time I feel like I run out of bits to explore, I find another door that I haven't opened. But I'm finally starting to retrace too many of my steps. So I think I'm going to call the exploring there. This has got to be the biggest stronghold I've ever found. This just kept going on and on and on. But I got what I came here for. So I'm just going to unlock the end. And I reckon it's probably easier for me to just kill the dragon than to run all the way home. Because I've got a whole suite of spells here. I never showed these off. I made these the episode after I figured out Oromancy. I've just named them after a bunch of D&D spells, like Burning Hands, Ice Knife, Eldritch Blast, Cure Wounds. And I've got some healing spells on me too, in case I need those. I mostly just use Chromatic Orb though, because Homing Projectile is pretty good. Anyway, what is the end like? I've immediately seen these purple things. Crystallized obsidian? Okay. I would have expected to see some draconium. Maybe it's just rare. I don't know. Either way, I need to kill this dragon. And I don't know if spells can hit the end crystals. Yes, they can. They are somewhat harder to aim though. They don't have quite a severe arc. But for some of these super high up ones, it's probably best that I jump on top. Gives me a better angle to try and shoot the crystals though. I'm still just going to have to pill up quite a lot of these. Ooh, I randomly got Grains of Infinity. Cool. I guess end crystals count as fire. Right, I think that's all the crystals gone. Time to get the dragon. And my sword will do way more damage than any spells. Oh, come on. I can't kill you. There we go. Ooh, and it's dropped a load of Draconic Evolution stuff. But not a Dragon Heart. That might only be from the Awakened one. Oh, never mind. Ooh. It just... yeah, it gave it to me. Okay. 8 Supremium Essence. Damn, that's a lot. Right, well, that's given me some pretty worthwhile stuff. But time to go home. But it sent me here? This is not the previous bed that I slept in. It is the village next to home, though, so I'm not terribly far away. But now, I should have enough iridium here. So I'm just going to compress this into a couple more ores. I guess I don't need to, I can just smelt the shards directly. But this way it's a little bit cleaner. Because I can use osmium nuggets, but it's easier if I just use ingots. So, I can melt that all down into a bunch of osmiridium, 1 block and 1 ingot. And then I can finally make that laser base. So, I'm pretty sure this is all I need for it to function. I'm just gonna double check. I can reference the quest. Oh, I need 1 base and 4 drills. Ah, good thing I didn't make too many of these then. So actually, I just have enough spare to make another drill. Sure. And you know what? I should be able to make the rest of it pretty easily. To then make... oh, not quite 2 more drills. I can make some more reinforced glass. And there we go. 4 laser drills. And if I get myself a bunch more conduits, I can try and test this out. So for the laser to work, it needs direct line of sight to either bedrock or void. So in the overworld, it's going to be bedrock. I'm not entirely sure what I'll get out of this, but I should be able to find quite a few ores that I wouldn't get otherwise. I'm not going to worry about lenses just yet. And I think what I'll do for the time being is I'll just connect it out here, just to make sure that it works. Actually, I don't need to dig a big hole. This is just a test after all, so I can just take the energy cell, and then I can come down to bedrock. I can set up the laser. I'm pretty sure it works if it's just sat directly on top of bedrock. I'll stick a chest on top for now. I'm pretty sure that can grab things out of it. Then you connect up the conduits, get it to output into all the drills, and does it work? Ah, yeah! It doesn't automatically extract them into the chest. Okay, that's fine. But this works. A lot of the things it gets are going to be no different to what I can get from the sieves, and some things I'm not going to really care about, like rock crystals. But star metal, that's a good one. That's going to save me doing quite a lot of astral sorcery. Quartz and glowstone I can only get in the nether. It should get me some platinum, and prosperity ore, I wasn't expecting that. It gets all of the nuclear craft ores. It gets dimensional shard ore, that's a pretty good one. And also mana infused ore. This is another one that normally only generates on other planets. I can get it from a tier 1 miner though, but still I can get it earlier this way. And it means I don't have to deal with doing Britannia to get all of the mana steel. But I think, yeah, star metal is a big one that I want to get, but the other main 2 are ender amethyst and iridium. So I'm going to have to run this in the end for a while. And I don't know if it gets draconium. Draconium doesn't even spawn in the end. The best place to go if I want draconium is probably the deep dark though. But if I'm mining anything in there, I might be inclined to get a digital miner. I don't know. I'm thinking a bit too far ahead right now. For the time being, I think this is enough. Ooh, it drains power very quickly though. I've been running this for, what, like 5 minutes? And that's done 1/5 of the energy cell. But it has mined a decent amount. Well, I'm just going to stop this before I waste too much of my power. I might run it in the end for a bit if I feel like it, but I think I might just put this on the shelf until I need any of the ores that I can get with it, and then I'll deal with lenses and things. So I think that's going to be a pretty good spot to end this video. I wasn't expecting to get everything I needed for the laser drill this episode, especially not the osmiridium, but I guess I just got lucky enough in that stronghold to find enough. And that also feels like a pretty significant sequence break, because now with the laser drill, I don't know if I need to do advanced rocketry. I don't know, maybe there's some machines as part of it that I'm going to need, but I thought the only purpose of this mod was to explore other planets for resources that you can't find in the overworld, the nether, or the end. I guess there's draconium still, but I also got lucky enough to get a deep dark portal from a loot crate, so I might have just skipped all of advanced rocketry. Kind of like how I temporarily skipped Britannia to do Ex Nihilo. So we've got the laser drill now. That's going to be a very useful tool, but I don't think I can afford to run it full time because my energy generation isn't that much, actually. So maybe in the future I can work on some other giant power source. I was kind of hoping to go all the way to Draconic, but it seems like for that I'm going to have to run the laser drill a lot and the void miner when I eventually get that. And both of those are very power intensive. But I honestly don't know any other generators. I might need a very specific dynamo Or maybe just a lot of them. I don't know. But that's something to figure out for next time. I'm not too sure where I'm going next, but with the laser drill that opens up a lot more options. Because it means I don't have to complete Astral Sorcery anymore. No, I still do for the high tier altars. But I can make it easier at least. I don't know. I'm getting a bit too ahead of myself here. I'm still pretty happy with what we managed to do. And so I think I'm going to call the video here. Bye.